Did you guys have a chance to look at the minutes from
October 25th? When you have that, I'll make a motion to accept the second. That's a really good job.
Yes. Okay. Tony, what you got for us?
First I have the animal shelter report for October of 22. I passed that out. Should be in front of you. Let me see, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 animals still there. Looks like 6 cats, 5 dogs.
Okay. Any questions on the animal shelter report? Otherwise, I entertain a motion to accept it in the record.
So moved.
Second. All right, thank you.
I also put in front of you the September surtax and tax amounts. And it looks like the county's portion was 61,156.77. I think I gave that to all of you. I just need to get that into the record as well.
Okay, any questions on that? These totals at the far right are year to date.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the only thing that does not stay in the county from this wheel tax revenue is the administration fee that we have.
As far as I know, that might know as well as I do.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So that, most of it goes right into Brad's pocket.
I thought it was Paul's.
Yeah, Paul's pocket. All right.
I'll make a motion to accept.
Okay.
Second.
Motion to enter that into the.
Okay. Yeah. I now have, next we're going to have 2 weekly allied health insurance claims because one came in last week after I had left for conference, so we just going to do both of them this week. And the first one is in the amount of $35,685.64. And that looks like it's all medical. And there was $539.20 recovered refund on that. So the total was $35,685.04.
Okay.
I'll make a motion through that claim stand.
Second. Motion carries.
Okay. And the next allied legal insurance claim is $50,946.66. $50,946.66. Of that, medical is $17,281.68. Pharmacy is $33,844.98. And it looks like $180 refunded, so $59,46.66.
We get some done with that pharmaceutical, that would be a big help.
Well, that's why if we go to generic, I think they're gonna be
Okay, I'll make a motion for that claim staff.
Second. Okay, motion carries, accept that. For the pay the medical claims as presented.
And that is all that I have.
Good.
Brad? Did you get it?
I did want to make a note in case anybody's got any questions. Mark is not going to be coming in today because his wife is having surgery in her foot, so.
Yeah.
But I hope I didn't make any hip along there.
You probably did. I was on board that.
I didn't say which long, or which foot. It could be either foot,
And you didn't say her name, so.
and I didn't say her name.
Who has?
I don't know, Jim.
Well, good morning, everyone. I just have a few things.
TMI, Robert. At least it wasn't recorded.
So as part of our countywide, bridge inspection that we do every 4 years, they do give us books that have their full inspection of things, all the ratings on all the bridges. And then, so part of that is they also have, that's it for the final inspection book. It's just a signature page, from you guys. Basically, they put it in the book. And so I guess it's official that way that it's been accepted.
Well, in that way, they know that we have been presenting.
Exactly, yes. So they are working on the final inspection book right now. And so they gave me this, so that way when they do get it done, they can put this in there with the signature page. So I just wanted to present this to you guys today, and see if you're willing to sign it.
Okay.
So,
But as long as we have the opportunity to look at the report, then.
yeah. Yeah, no, this is just a draft copy. So when they get the final copy done, it'll be probably gonna be 2 books.
Okay.
And if you guys ever want to see them, you're more than welcome to look. There's a lot of information in it, but it is very good.
We've got, 102 bridges in the county, or
162.
162, that's it. I was only short by 60.
Yeah.
162.
Yeah, 100, maybe 163. It's 100.
You know, one of the things that Jim was so proud of is that our bridge sufficiency rating was always like in the top 95%
Yes.
or above.
Yep.
For the whole state. So I don't know if that's something that's included in that report.
Yeah, it is. We're still right there. I mean,
Yeah.
And I always.
So you kept that job well then.
I'm so lucky the world was playing for me. Well, years ago.
Yeah.
So yes, but no, he did an awesome job.
Well, and that was one of Jim's main things is don't let this program go.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I guess that's always something that I've been proud of is that our bridges are
Excellent shape.
kept in excellent shape.
Yep. And so I guess just kind of lean in a few weeks, I'll be back in to present something else to you, that has to do with bridge stuff, but I've got to do some more talking. So.
Well, that determines school bus routes, determines truck traffic, it determines a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make things work better.
Yep. So I don't know if you all need a motion to sign this or.
I'll make a motion, go ahead. Do we just need one signature?
It's all 3 of you.
Okay, yeah, I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay, motion carries.
Yeah. And so then, while we're talking, Wayne County did get back with us and they are not interested in the plows. So that's going to take too much revamping of them, so kind of back to, hey, we still got them. Then also, last week we spoke about right-of-ways a little bit, and one thing that somebody brought to my attention, and I actually forgot about, I hope I can say this correctly, but anytime these properties are subdivided, when they get broken down into smaller parcels, it's actually in there, and I don't know how to state it, but it's part of their agreement getting this done. Each time those get done, there is a 30-foot right-of-way now put in there along the road. So when it was brought to my attention, I thought that is something good I need to say, I mean, you might have realized that, but they've been doing that for quite a few years now. When those plans are made up, there was a 30-foot right of way in there along that property. So there are a lot of places around the county that actually do have 30 foot instead of 20 or 15 or whatever it was.
So do we currently have everybody along that 116 that's in violation of the fence?
Yeah, there's gonna be two.
Okay. And you've talked to them?
The one I have, and the other one was the one that's, yeah.
Okay. Any squabble from the one you talked to?
They haven't done anything yet, so. They haven't squabbled, but they also haven't done anything. So, get back down there. And that's all I have for today.
Tell them we're gonna start playing defense.
Yeah, oh, other than I should give you an update. Last week I mentioned our dirt berm went down, the 1973 dirt bermer. Parts are gonna be, what you were saying earlier, you just gotta decide when to quit kicking a dead horse,
Right.
and it's a dead horse. We have a lot more money fixing it up than what it's worth. So at this point, we're just still researching.
Do they still make those?
Yeah, they do. They're very proud of them.
Uh,
Brand new one is over $200,000.
They're very proud of it.
That you're gonna use, possibly a month or two out of the year at the most, depending on weather. So that's why
You turn a snowplow into one? Since you got an extra.
we have a lot of money in that too, but,
We've got some extra blades in there.
so anyhow, we are looking at what we want to proceed with, how we want to proceed, I should say. So there again, we'll be coming back in sometime once we get a better idea on that. I'd like to talk to Mark.
That's probably not a piece of equipment that could be leased.
They're hard to find right now. So basically, the people that have them are hanging on to them. The ones that are getting traded in are a lot like ours.
Or,
It's interesting, real quick, I'll give you, so we've been looking online, you can find them from the early 1970s up to 96, 97. Then there's a big gap in there till about 2018, early or mid 20, whatever tens. You can't find them. There's none out there. So people are hanging on to them. So that's why we're doing some research and digging and looking and seeing what we come up with. So, hey, I thought I'd give you an update on that. Yeah, it's a very specialized piece of equipment. And that's what that thing does, is picks dirt up, puts it in a truck.
in your opinion, that truly makes a difference on the quality of our roads as far as runoff.
Yes, oh, tremendous.
So tell me and fill me in the big advantages of burning, because I know my neighbors are not happy when they come by with.
No, most people are not, but you're absolutely right. The main reason of that is to get that lip that's on the side of the road off the road. That way the water can drain off into the side ditch where it should go. And then that helps, it's a safety hazard when there is water sitting there. When it freezes, if there's water sitting there, it's gonna break up the edge of the road. And, basically it's a safety thing. It helps keep the condition of our road in better shape. And it's a less of a safety hazard.
Okay. And the grass does grow back
Oh, yeah.
after you burn.
The next year it'll be back, trust me. Oh, yeah, we've had quite a few discussions with people. So, and I understand it.
If you had a newer burner, would you burn more roads?
I would like to say yes, but it's all weather dependent. But yes, we would like to burn a lot more roads. And this year we actually did burn a stone road. Typically you do the chip and seal or paved roads. It's just easier. You don't get all the stone. But we actually have a lot of stone roads we would like to do too. Yes, and our old machine, if it was warm out, you could run it so long you had to stop and let it cool down. And we looked at overheating issues and just, it's time. This time it finally broke some bearings and that wore out through, and they're expensive. And you can't find parts for that old machine to get done. So yes, we would do more burning if we had an updated machine. Yes.
Well, I suppose, I mean, it's nothing that you would do in the fall anyway, is it?
It's usually when the crops are off. That's what we do, because that's all our work goes.
You're gonna get puddling and everything else.
Yeah, we have, it's amazing how many people, they like that dirt. You know, it's sod, dirt, and stone, but they use it to fill in waterways, fill in holes. So yeah, we don't have a problem getting rid of it.
So if you were to find something, is that something you need us to get permission to purchase? Like,
Yeah,
say,
we will.
if you went out tomorrow and found something.
Yeah, we need permission. We just don't know how much we are looking at spending yet, because like I said, they're hard to find the used ones and then set a price. And that's, I need to talk to him how we can do this, because they're not at auctions. So,
And they're not available.
new ones are. The used ones are very hard to find. Like I said, you can find 2018, 2019, 2020, you're still talking 140,000. So that's why we're looking at all our options right now. And the other, most of them aren't close. We're talking other states, you know, at least a few hours away. And yeah, we got some research to do yet.
You think that a lease purchase might be something to look at? too?
Yeah, that's something else we need to check into. Because we had actually, when this broke down, talked to the cat dealer in Fort Wayne, is a Lee Boy dealer. They don't have anything to rent right now. So we had talked to them about that. There's nothing to rent.
Does Wells or Jay have one?
No, Jay does not. Wells is looking into one. Allen County has two. Their north garage is getting rid of theirs because it sounds like it's in pretty rough shape. And the south garage is looking at getting a new one possibly next year. So see, that's another avenue also. You know, check theirs out and see what it's like, see if that'd be a possibility, if we can do it that way. So,
If we had a new one and Jay and Wells didn't have one, would they lease it off of us, you think?
Jay wouldn't, they have a totally different approach. They do the road grader, they cut the edge like we do, but then they use a payloader and load it. And maybe I back up, the machine we have, blades on the front with a chain and then an auger, belt.
Puts it right in the truck.
Puts it right in the truck. Yeah,
Seen it in operation many times.
good, that's good. Hey, if you ever want to come out and, well, not now, but you could have came out and rode in it or drove it.
No, that'd be fine.
Yeah. So anyhow, I'll get, like I said, we're researching, get back and get a better feel for what we're looking at, so.
All right, well, let us know.
Yep, thank you.
All right, well, thanks, Bob. All right. Rick, did you have anything for us today?
One thing. Last week you would ask me about the elevator.
Mhm.
Check on it. Be careful what you ask for, because now they're wanting money.
Did we get ours fixed?
Yes, I don't have a bill for that yet. This is, if you remember the contract, it was like 35% down to, whatever, well, that's what this is in the contract. So of the 99,167, 35% is what they were wanting down, which was in the contract that was signed. That number comes to 34,708.45. And that would be taken care of, that would be taken out of the ARP.
Okay. So we need a motion to approve.
Make a motion, we take that out of ALP and make that. Second.
Do you have a specific one on them? It's 89.50. And you say that's part of the
35%.
not on top of it, it's part of
5%.
it.
What do you say that line item was?
That gets,
If that gets in order, the materials. Tony, what was that?
89.50.
You say 39?
89.
Well, Tony, will you take care of it? You guys can take care of that invoice then, since it's out of the AR. I don't,
I would imagine, yeah. I mean,
because I don't have access to that.
but this, it says invoice, it's an actual invoice, so. I don't know.
You got a copy of the contract to it.
I believe so.
If not, I have. Yeah, so pretty much all I really have, yes.
Okay, very good. So anything as far as time frame on that?
When I spoke to him, I thought he said, I think he gave me an answer, really.
Well, and I guess let me put it a different way. From the office's perspective, what would be the ideal time to have them come and change that on?
Well, there's never gonna be a good time. My biggest thing is how long is it gonna take them? Definitely, I don't see it happening until next year, and we don't wanna do it around May.
Right.
Tax intent before. So anytime after May probably would be suitable. I mean, I'd have to check with other offices. I don't know any other health department, but just gonna have to deal with.
Well, and it might be a matter of actually just going around and talking to the different offices affected and just
Yeah,
finding out their time
definitely not
frame.
May or before. Probably not what April at, May, mid-April.
Aim for them to start mid-April, but
Yeah, we won't. That's what I need.
they can finish by mid-April.
Yeah. Which I don't foresee that with lead times. But we'll definitely stay away from April and May for sure.
Or like February.
If they could, if they could do.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to especially the assessor's office too.
Yeah, my biggest concern is how long is it gonna be down?
Right.
That's a complete tear out and exchange.
Cause they are putting a new car in.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
And I did budget just a little bit more than what their quote was.
I budgeted 120,000. Yeah.
So,
All right. And then downstairs in the power room, last time I was down there, it looks like they were setting doors.
yeah,
And
one door frame is in. They're gonna be working on the other. They leveled the floor of the transaction between the hallway and to it.
he said they had trouble getting floor level.
They did. I mean, I don't know, it's just, I guess it's like concrete. They can't get the powder or.
Yeah, that's what they say anyway.
He's not here today, he was yesterday.
No, yeah. Because no work's been done yet, so, but it's a down payment, no work's been done yet. So I want to show SBOA that it was signed off on.
Okay.
Oh, the chairs came in.
You want to hold this? Cigarette? Yeah, they look good. You got those others moved to 125?
Yeah, what I did is I kind of separated them. They're in the back of the room. Then we'll go from there, what you guys may want or want to do. I separated from where, you know how some of them were all tore up. I kind of separated them. But they're stacked in the back of 125.
Okay, that's good.
Very good. All right. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ed, what do you have for us? Morning. Tax collection is in full swing, we're moving right along. I did give a press release to the media here this morning, and I thank them for helping us out by getting this in. Basically just letting everybody know that we're 10 days away, today's the 1st, and the 10th is the deadline, so they're all notified. In the last week, we've collected 1,700,000 plus, and so we're doing real good. We still got about 10 million to go, but we're actually right on track with where we were last year. Everybody wants to wait until the end, and that's fine. It's not due till it's due. But we're right on track with last year. Tax sale was yesterday morning, and it went well. We did, on the certificate sale, we sold two properties. The tax sale, we sold 3 of 5. I actually had buyers for the 2 that we didn't sell, and they never showed up. I don't know. Yeah, so one guy called me by the time I was walking back upstairs and said, "When is that tax sale?" I said, "About 35 minutes ago." I said, "Well, why don't we do it? We'll just come up and pay it now." I said, "Well, next year you'll get another opportunity, but by state statute, we can't do anything until next year." So I do have, was in contact with one of the appraisers for the Golden Meadows property surrounding, and she has the appraisal done. I don't know what it is yet. I will have it in my possession later this afternoon, and it'll be all ready for tomorrow evening when we do that meeting. Okay. So I hope to have both of them, but I know I'll have at least one. That'll give us a real good idea where we're at. So that'll be interesting to see how they go. Yeah. So, yeah. With that, that's all I got. I have no questions. I have one more thing. Today is the 1st. I will not have the month-end report until next week. Okay. You know, with everything with Kathy, we're busy. It'll take her a little bit. She came back to work. Yeah, she is. She was off Thursday and Friday of last week, half a day Wednesday. The funeral's not until Wednesday and Thursday of this week for all the out-of-town people to get in. And she just had to get to work to get her sanity back and to focus on something other than that. So she's up there working. And so anyway, pop in if you get a chance. Yep. Condolences. So. Thanks, Larry. Yes. Shannon.
Dan?
Did you have anything for us?
So last week I came up to the change meeting and just made sure there was going to be no issues if you guys allowed me to buy a desk for my office. So this is the quote for that desk. So if you guys are okay with it, I'll have you sign it because we don't have a budget where I can pull it from. Please and thanks very much.
We'll need to figure out where to pay that.
And then I'll get Tyler to go ahead and get it ordered.
I have to look and see what is that out of office supplies? We looked at where we had,
Well, I know we don't have enough in office equipment. We had
all my financial.
about $1,000 in that line item, I think, under the commissioners. So we were going to.
We're gonna come down in a minute for questions you guys might have on things, and I'll look that up and show you that. Right, okay, neither of us remember a transfer into that. So I don't know, but,
Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah.
so you said this is the one with carved mahogany and gold leaf paint. How much was that?
$14.76.
Well, can you look up the commercial budget? Well, I can't pull up my internet, I'm not sure why. Let me see if I can find it. I know it's not enough on office supplies. Let's, well, I can look in here. Will you come on up? Yeah, look quicker at it. I don't know office supplies and stuff. They need to look in the commissioner's budget, see where they can pay for that.
There's not nothing on.
What is it?
What's it, I don't know.
The desk?
This is the time of year where the funds start dwindling.
We talked about it first meeting.
What else can I come out?
Thing is, that should be a separate.
She needs to get a whole
If it's a
council, get that
desk.
set up.
Just a desk?
Well, here's one thing we looked at on this. See, we had originally allowed, put money in there for equipment.
Do we have $1,000 in that line item, and equipment?
Well, we actually have, I show 158,965.
How much?
Because we had put money in there for the truck and trailer for Paul.
He's not talking office supplies on
Yeah, this is not office supplies, this is.
No, I'm not off.
Yeah.
If that can come out of.
You can use equipment, I guess.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. But we're not gonna use it, should we go ahead and take it out of that?
And then this is a quote, so once you get that invoice and get that, then we'll just need the invoice to. That's one match it with the 60.
We take it out of that, Bree? Okay.
This is your copy?
I think so. You gave all of them, you gave everyone a copy, Shannon?
No, I need them to sign it, so I can send it back to Tyler.
Okay.
So just don't write on it.
Well, it's just the fund.
Two,
I mean, I can print it out.
Because that's gonna be, this is gonna be the fund that everything is gonna come out of once we get the invoice for it.
Right.
So.
do we need to sign it or not?
I mean,
Well,
if
if
you
you don't-
don't sign it, it doesn't, it's not going anywhere.
I have to send it back to Tyler and say that, yes, this has been approved. I would assume he would want to sign one, right?
I have no idea. I've never sent voices or quotes back. I don't know.
So, let's just sign it as long as you guys are okay with it. We'll take a copy of it and I can send it back to him.
So we'll make a motion to approve the quote, be paid out of.
260, I think.
Yeah, upon receipt of the invoice. Right.
Don't go too, don't go too far, they're gonna have question on the claims. I think. I'm gonna leave that out. Anyway, they're gonna get copies now, so we can.
And then, just my other couple things, we do have open enrollment this week on Thursday. Last year, you guys told us that we could buy some snacks for it since we're gonna have blood work done. So I just wanna make sure that's still okay to do for this year. And, I'm assuming I can still pull it out of employee training. That's what we used, so that's what we used before.
We have that, okay, contract up there,
Yeah, I'm just gonna look and see.
requirements and stuff.
You can get this, or you guys go back to Tony.
What?
You get.
Yeah,
not there.
Shannon wanted that, to send to Tyler, and then, really, I don't know if we actually have to,
Did we make a motion?
I mean, tell her to go ahead with it, so she said that, once we get the invoice, that's when we get it.
Equipment line item, upon receipt of the invoice. Okay.
Okay, employee training, this is looking like we still have $2,400 in there.
When is it? When is that from? Because I had to do a bunch of transfers for you guys because there's stuff in the red.
Yeah, I've
This
got,
is through September 30th.
Yeah, no. I had to do a ton of transfers.
I'm showing 29 cents.
I can't pull up my internet, I don't have internet.
What did you say? Employee training?
Yeah.
So even with their signatures, I don't think that's gonna fly. I think they're pulled off.
Yeah, it's 32.
We got enough in there.
Employee training, $329.74. I just transferred 2,000 out of it. I mean, your guys' line items are really down this year. I've transferred what I can, but I've transferred out stuff that has money sitting in it that we don't normally use. How much do you need?
What is the estimate?
It's just for snacks for open enrollment. $100.
Rex has some candy left over from the parade.
I'll pick it up tonight. Okay, that's all I have.
All right.
Thank you.
Shannon.
You gotta get something to attach with that.
I didn't look and see if you got a more current one that you're sent us the.
I haven't done October. I don't know, my person,
And that's what I got.
I don't like it.
And that's what.
$100 out of employee training
Was there a
for
motion?
snacks for tomorrow. No.
Okay,
Do we need a motion on that
I don't think so.
for $100?
I just needed to know what to put in here.
Like I said, our attorney is not here today, so I don't know that we'll have any report from him. He didn't have anything to report when I talked to him this morning. So any attorney issue, questions, comments, whatever? Okay. All right. Other business, we've got some things from IT. Rex, you want to go over those?
Well, we got, the one here at Dover, we got license renewal for Dover. 13,668.75. The number of users has been raised from 50 to 75. So that's what the price reflects, that increase in users. And that's supposed to come out of 35,740. Agree?
13,668.75.
There's 14,000 in there.
Okay. Got enough in there?
Yep.
Okay, so I need I'll make a motion, go ahead and approve that. License renewal.
Okay. Motion
Do you guys have extra copies of each of these things for me?
You can have this one here.
Okay, because I'm gonna type that up when we get up. That Mark. That's it.
You got one, okay. The second one is the GIS system. And this is our annual, it's a 3-year program. This is the second year of the 3-year program. The annual subscription cost is $38,500. And with that, there's a line item, I think it's got the $38,500 in there for GIS.
What's the line?
And that's ESRI.
So that's 35 and then 60.
ESRI.
Yeah, we
That's ESRI.
spent that in, February, so no, there's nothing in that line item.
Correct?
It was spent out in February.
If you spend it out in February, you can't get it again in November.
So this is the quotation. So,
But you want approval, he wants approval.
So is he paying it now?
we're going to approve the quotation and then we'll send it in and get it ready for
Is that for next year?
the next year.
And that's the only thing that you say is spent out in February.
So you're gonna approve the quote and then when he renews,
I guess, yeah, if that was paid last year,
January, then
yeah.
just jump in the game a little bit.
Yeah, it's a renewal of a quotation. You got a copy of that, Stan?
Yeah.
Okay. $35,700.
It's the right number.
Okay,
It's just, there's nothing in it.
okay. So that'll be for next year. So we'll approve the quotation. I'll make a motion to approve that, the quotation.
Second.
Alright, motion carries.
She gave, we showing the copy of it.
We got a copy.
Okay, all right.
Is that it?
Well, we got the servers. 2016 is when we got these servers. They're end of life. So, we got a quotation for the servers of $85,401.71 to Electronic Strategies, Inc. Now, the thing is, on this brew, I got it, might give us a line item of 42,500, 1138, 42,500. But he said he transferred 20,000 from line item 42,702. But it didn't, from what Tony showed, it didn't reflect it.
There was only 55,000 something in there.
42,500?
Yeah, that's what he told us.
Yeah, we only got 55,000.
That's what I see, and so 20,000 wouldn't have been enough to cover it, so.
And I guess I don't know what he would transfer it from because,
Well, he said line item 42,702.
so I took it from computer software services,
43,702.
How much is in 42,702?
44,000.
There's 44,000 and 42,702. The 42,500 was 55,500.
I know, you'd have to transfer 30,000, you cover that.
And I bet that he's got to transfer that. But so instead of 20, he'd need to transfer 30, but he needs to send us a request for that transfer.
I don't know, I'm trying to get caught up on my emails. Did he say he sent it last week?
He didn't say when, this is what he told us on our Thursday morning meeting.
Because we were gone.
I remember this, yeah.
I don't remember seeing it, but I'm still trying to get through emails.
Just an extra copy.
Well, can we go ahead and approve the quotation subject to the monies being available in that line item?
Yeah.
And then we'll look for it on the email chain.
Yeah, the
And he requested $20, he's still gonna have to do 10 more thousand, that'd be 30 total,
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
so I guess, I'm gonna make a motion to approve a quotation based on the money being transferred over and having enough in that line item.
That might, yes, sir. So I'll,
Could you read my whole report?
yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I think that was all that we needed to do as far as that.
That's all I have, so.
Steve, you got anything else?
Are there any more claims or anything next?
So I have.
Later.
Okay.
Waiting to start.
Okay, anything from the general public? Okay.
Pretty simple request. My name's Charlie Walters. But like you guys reconsider not shutting down the showers at the annex when we work out for the number of us that use those showers.
Okay.
And, without that, I mean, most gyms do have a shower when you go to work out.
Yeah. Well, it's just been a tricky issue because when Molly came up and she was upset because the women didn't have a shower.
Yeah.
And we didn't have an adequate place for the women to have a shower. And she says, well, that's not fair. You know, the men have a shower and the women don't have a shower. It's like, well, so we decided, okay, well, we'll shut the men's showers down too. And so, which wasn't the best situation, but, you know, it's not like we've got $100,000 to remodel the showers to add women. So,
I think it'd be $100,000, but there is a shower located in the building they said they could use, and you don't have a lot of women using it either.
and it's up on third floor.
Yeah.
And see what happens then, we've got people going up to third floor, and that's where our offices are. And so it kind of creates a security issue for, if we've got women going up to use that shower. And then it also creates more of a liability issue if people are coming in and out of the shower for for the third floor shower. So that's kind of why we decided, based on, Rick's recommendation and Shannon's and our thinking, not to allow that shower. So then the fairness question came up of, well, the men have showers, why don't the women have showers? So that's kind of what led us to that decision. But like we had somebody come in last week and she's like, wow, why don't we have a women's shower? So we had to explain that to her. So you're right, there's a lot of men that use that shower. So that's why we came to that decision anyway. So I don't know unless we need to reconsider, but what do you guys say?
Well, the whole thing, Stan, really wasn't approached properly. First of all, it should have gone to the Parks and Rec board. And all these problems should have been presented to them and let them come up with a solution and bring that suggestions back to the commissioners at that time. Because we depend upon the department heads to go, and they're a day-to-day operation. So if they can come to us with a reasonable solution that we can address, that's what they should do. Is go to the Parks and Rec board, present the problem to them, and let them do the research and bring it to us. That's my feeling.
Well, that'd be a good, that way Jeremy could look at it, Chris could look at it, and kind of help us come up with a solution. Because, I mean, if you have a fitness center, obviously it's nice to have a shower.
Yeah.
So, but from a facility standpoint, that's where it's a tough one to resolve because we don't have a practical solution for the women to have a shower. So,
They have a women's restroom, I think, down there. And there's sinks, there's water available. I wouldn't think a shower would be that difficult.
well,
Maybe it would.
you know that area better than we do. What's your thoughts?
Well, what has to happen is, I called Myers yesterday to reiterate, because the deadline was November 1st, that the showers were gonna be stopped. Today's November 1st. He was unable to get up here to get that done, but I'm gonna have to take measures to just shut the water off to the shower, because if I shut the water off now, that bathroom won't be able to be used. So right now, there's still live water to everything right there. But intentions are, the water's gonna be shut off to the showers. That was my directive given to me, that's what's gonna happen. But right now, there is still live water down. But you're right, if you shut water off the bathroom and the sink, won't have water as it exists right now.
Well, Rick, in your thoughts, is there a way to accommodate a women's shower in that area? I mean, without using anything on third floor?
Their bathroom isn't. You can't do anything down there, it's just so small. Stalls and a sink. You know, I don't know why our forefathers before us even had it. You know, why did they have men's and not women's? I have no idea.
So it's always been that way.
It's always been that way, as long as they changed this building. You know, and quite frankly, it mainly came down to liability reasons. As far as showers too, I think. Is what it was. I mean, it really does. I do have an example that I experienced with it, but it comes down to liability. You know, really, when you think of this complex, it's just an extension of the courthouse. This won't all fit in there. How many courthouses have a gymnasium? They don't. But that's just where we're at. And I don't know. I really don't know, because I haven't made a phone call. Does Anytime Fitness have showers?
Sure they do.
I don't know.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, I'm not opposed for it, but I've said all along, I'm not for the women not being able to have a shower either. I mean, if the men have it, why can't the women?
But I mean, as far as we have had this opportunity for a fitness center, women have never had showers here, have they?
And most of them just come and work out and they leave, they go, they don't like, I don't know if that's just,
Yeah.
men and women, they don't like.
So I mean, it's always been that
Yeah,
way.
and I know how long the annex been there, the equipment there's been 20-some years probably anyway.
Probably more, yeah.
And shower's always been used.
Right.
And unfortunately, it kind of takes away from, you'll probably lose people through there, I suppose, but that's not a big deal to you, I guess that's the way it is.
Shannon, what did you have?
I just wanted to add to this conversation is that, I mean, when we discussed it, my biggest concern was the safety of not only the employees, but the fitness center members as well. And that's my number one concern, no matter what. So I'm not in favor of having any showers available to anybody in the whole building because of the safety factor. If somebody was to get injured in a shower and they weren't able to get help when they needed it, I mean, that's a really big deal. So I absolutely spoke my mind and said that I don't believe we should have any showers in the building for anybody to access fitness center members or otherwise.
Well, let me ask you this, is there anything that's inherently unsafe about the showers that we have?
I don't believe that there's anything necessarily inherently unsafe about the showers that we have available, but I do think that there are things that are inherently unsafe about being in a shower,
Right,
just based on the nature of what it is and what you're doing.
right.
Doing exercises, playing basketball, stuff like
Sure,
that.
sure.
So you're also there, you hire someone, so you're gonna eliminate that too.
No, not necessarily, and I'm not thinking about it from a liability standpoint,
think
I'm
that's-
purely thinking about it from a
Right.
safety
That's a poor
standpoint.
excuse. Okay.
Well, and it, you know, being that the showers are as old as the hills anyway, I thought, well, maybe there was something that was not safe about them as opposed to other showers. But as far as the shower on the third floor, to me, that was more of a security and liability going up to the third floor, whether you use steps or whatever.
I think with, just ought to go back to Parks and Recs, and if they can figure something out, then they can bring it to the shoulders, and I think they'll just leave it with that.
I hate to keep chasing it around. What do you think?
Yeah.
But, you know, if they've got a solution, I mean, that's a venture. Yeah, sure.
If you can go to Parks and Recs and get them to figure something out that would work, I'm us, and
I'll make that suggestion.
we're open to the suggestions.
I mean, it's not like we're trying to make it harder for people, but it was kind of came to us as a fairness issue.
Yeah.
And so,
That decision has made it worse for everybody down at the annex, but that's,
yeah. So see what they say, but, you know, if Jeremy and Chris, you know, I don't want to wait it out. You know, it's not like we won't reconsider.
I'll bring that up to him. Thanks for your time.
So the board meeting on the parks is the second Monday of every month at 6 o'clock at Riverside.
Okay.
Well, that brings us to, do we leave the water on till he comes back, or do we still shut it off?
Then we can extend it if you want to extend
Yeah,
it.
Rick, if it's not a big deal if you want to leave the water on till he has a chance to talk to the park board, you know, then we'll do it that way. So, yeah,
Okay, thank you.
welcome all. Thank you. All right, thanks for coming in, Charlie.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else from the general public?
Run into the, screw around with these.
This ended.
Okay. You done? You done?
Ian?
Stan, sorry. I don't know if you guys can address this today or if you want me to come back next week, but I have an MOU that needs signed by the commissioners for the TREX program. I think you guys have done this already I think Jack Odell brought something in for you guys to sign. I reached out to them in regards to the clerk's office not taking our payments starting in January. And TREX is that program that goes after tax refunds for people who owe past owed fees. And so I'd like to get signed up with them so that starting in January, they can manage and bring in we have about $100,000 in past owed fees over the last 15 years that's out there outstanding. We've already sent letters out to all 300 people that are on that list saying, pay now, or you're going to have this next step. But I'd like to move forward with that. So I can come back next week when I'm officially on the agenda, or I can give you this to.
I don't know that you have to come back next week. I'm just trying to think because I don't remember a lot of the details on Jack's program, but I mean, basically it was like a collection agency.
So yeah, it's through is it the Indiana Association of Counties or something like that, they
Okay.
go after state tax refunds. Mhm. And I think that originally Jack was hoping to do that with probation, and I think that hasn't happened yet. But now I think with community corrections taking in our own fees and starting in January, we can make that happen fairly easily. I questioned as to why, if the county already signed an MOU with Trex, that we needed another one, but they basically said that since we're community corrections, that they need that, so.
Ed, are you familiar with that or did you?
It's a good program. It's not for our office because our dollar amounts are different. So for smaller fees like this, it is a very good program, run by the state, very successful, and they do a good job.
Okay. All right.
I make a motion to approve signatures for that.
I'll second that.
Okay.
I will give you this document. I'm not 100% sure where you have to
You
sign.
didn't sign up. Treasurer's office didn't sign up.
I don't see it,
You could, but
which gives us broader parameters on
Yeah.
those.
Good thing I'm a lawyer and a speed reader.
Well, the good news is you've already signed the exact same document, so I even looked at it versus what Jack sent me, and this makes no sense, but sometimes we just jump through hoops.
It's really good for schools, libraries. All a dollar.
Traffic tickets, things of that sort that
City utilities perhaps.
that makes sense. I mean,
I have no problem signing it, but there is some blank line that I guess I almost wouldn't mind running a pass it by.
absolutely,
And I know it's probably the exact same thing,
absolutely.
and I have no doubt about that, but just to fill in the right.
I would be more than happy to leave it here with you and Tony and
did you want to leave? Go ahead and bring your motion earlier, or you want to bring it up next week to have Mark answer any questions?
No, just you.
Or you want to say contingent upon when you withdraw the motion?
No.
Okay. You know, perhaps you can say contingent upon the county attorney, every attorney's approval.
Works for me.
Subdivision.
Second.
Motion carried.
Thanks.
Always that way,
Sorry
right?
to be last minute and just like, I'll run over this real fast and see.
Well, you got 3 minutes stated, man. I don't think that's from church, school in the code, man.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, I do want to say too, and I appreciate your involvement and everybody's involvement in couple of the mental health summit that was held up or the opioid summit that was up in New Haven. Also, the mental health summit that was held down in Indianapolis, so it was huge, you know, to have that group together and to work on solutions for all mental health issues in the county. And I think, you know, you have been very progressive as far as moving ahead with trying to find solutions because we've got a lot of people that are in jails that shouldn't be in jails. And so if we can work through some of the mental health issues so that people get the correct care that they need, not end up in jail, I think, you know, that's just really.
I think we've got a lot of wind behind our sail right now, and I think that we have a great team from top to bottom
Yeah.
as far as working together for the better of Adams,
Yeah.
the people that we serve.
Yeah.
So
So,
it's,
yes, because there's a lot of things to be decided in the next few months.
Yes.
As far as how we move ahead.
and it's exciting, and no one has their own, you know, their own angle. I think we are a real good team, and
Right.
I think good things are going to happen. So,
Yeah.
all right, thank you.
All right.
Go Michigan.
Go blue. Okay, anything else?
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Second. Okay, meeting is adjourned.